Hey, what's up? It's Deanna. So this just arrived all the way from Ontario, Canada. And what this is this is an Art Deco perfume bottle, and it was made by DeVilbiss. And DeVilbiss made beautiful, beautiful perfume bottles. Now this is an atomizer, and it's missing the bulb. And so I had purchased these two replacement bulbs from a seller on eBay who actually became my friend and gave me like some kind of explanation on how to retrofit this, because this has to be retrofitted, because this is the problem. This is supposed to go in here, but the problem with that is it doesn't fit. It has like a screw connector, but the screw connector is too small for this. So this bulb is going to actually have to be stretched over this little nipple. And that's actually how the bulb once was, the original bulb. It was stretched over that. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. Now, Laurel from Gidget Pup 5 on eBay told me that I'm going to have to take a pliers and I'm going to have to pull this little piece out here and generally stretch it up and like keep working it over this little nipple once I get this metal thing off. But she said that when you pull these little metal things off, sometimes you can rip the bulb and the little silk netting that's over it. So that's why I got two. In case I screw one up, there's a second chance for me. So what's really cool about this bottle is the color. It's almost like a jadeite color, and it reminds me of a skyscraper from the 1930s. Look at that, like it's almost like architectural, and that's really, really something else. I really love it. It's a very luminescent type of green colored glass. Again, I think it's called jadeite. I'm not sure. It's not real jade. It's a glass that's just like that type of color. Now, on the very bottom of the bottle is the original label, which is really interesting. And it says DeVilbiss, and it has, I think, a design number on it, and made in the USA. And again, you can see the color of that glass, which is quite lovely. So now I'm a little nervous because I'm going to have to get the pliers and try to work this thing out of here. So let's see what happens. I hope I don't destroy both bulbs. Then you'll hear me crying on video. So stay tuned, and I'll let you see if there's any progress and anything good comes from this. I am so happy. Oh my God, guys, I was able to do it. So Gidget Pup 5, the eBay seller, who had given me directions on how to retrofit the bulb, actually gave me really good directions, because I am the type of person that cannot even build an IKEA desk. I mean, that's how bad it is. I once spent, I kid you not, like an hour and a half building an IKEA bookshelf. And then when it was all done, I realized I built it upside down and partially backwards, and had to take the whole damn thing apart again and redo it. So for me to have to like work on a project I've never worked before is not always fun. As a matter of fact, I must have spewed a few expletives out and had like a fits of rage, and I almost threw it out the window, but I ended up calming myself down. And as a matter of fact, me collecting all these antique jars, I'm gonna have to get myself an antique swear jar soon. So I took the pliers and I like worked off that metal piece, and I tried so hard not to like tear it or rip it, and finally I was able to get it off. And then it was a little bit of a pain in the rear end to fit it over that little piece, but I was able to do it, and now it's complete. So now the fun part, since Gidget Pup 5, otherwise known as Laurel from Texas, the fun part of her telling me how to do this, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actively seek out these Art Deco bottles that are missing the atomizers, and so I can get them for really cheap on, say, like eBay, and $5 or $10, maybe $15. And since these bulbs are inexpensive, I'm gonna get them in all different colors, and then I'm gonna be able to add more perfume bottles to my collection. Now, I don't like spending a lot of money on my antiques. I can't afford to do that, and my husband is actually not very supportive, and I can't blame him because it costs him money. And but that's why, like, when I try to add things to my collection, I try to find things that need to be fixed or restored or worked on. Otherwise I'd have to pay full price, which I can't afford. And like my husband, like, again, he's not too happy about the antiques. It aggravates him. He thinks it's sort of junk. Every single thing that I add to my collection, I have so much passion for it, so much enthusiasm. I get so excited about each and every piece that I add to my collection, but he doesn't share that enthusiasm. And hey, look, I can't be angry at that. Everybody, you know, to each his own. And if he's not excited about it, I can't make him. But as a matter of fact, like I fell asleep today. I took a nap and I had the worst dream ever. I swear to God, it felt so real. So in the dream, my husband was throwing out all my antiques, and he's threatened to do that before. As a matter of fact, he threatened to do that this morning again. Like every day he threatens to throw this stuff out. And in the dream, he was placing all my antiques on like these like card tables, that like these folding card tables with signs, and it said free. And I had to like, I got into my car and I was driving all over the neighborhood and I was looking for the card tables and trying to get my antiques back. And in the dream, people were grabbing all my antiques and running with them. And I woke up sweating. I was actually in a pool of sweat, and I felt like it was so real that I got up and I started running to make sure my antiques weren't in the garbage. So thanks so much for watching. I really enjoy these antiques. I hope you enjoy watching my videos. And if you collect things, let me know in the comments below what you collect. I'm interested in finding out what you like and what you look for and hunt for. And I also like knowing people that share my passion. So long, and have a happy Valentine's Day.